Are you embracing the joy of life? Ask yourself that question right here, right now. Maybe even measure it on a 0 to 10 scale. How joyful, how happy, how fulfilled are you in your life expression right here, right now? Now, if you're not, and you're struggling in that area, it simply means that that string is out of tune and it needs to have its harmony restored. So today we are going on a little journey to help tune the upper E string, which is all about embracing the joy of living. Now, perhaps maybe you weren't so high up on that scale of embracing the joy of living, and I can relate. I know many times in my life where that was anything but I felt because of challenges in my life, because of an inability to create something, because of a reoccurring problem. But how can we begin to find joy regardless of what's taking place in our life experience? And so that powerful question to ask is why? Why am I not experiencing joy in my life? Why am I not feeling fulfilled? Why am I not having fun? And look to see what opens up. Now, quite often it's going to reveal something related to one of the other facets. Like, it's okay, I'm not feeling joyful because my health is challenged. I'm not feeling joyful because I have relationship disharmony. I'm not feeling joyful and happy because, I have a prosperity block and I'm struggling and just barely paying the bills. And I certainly can understand that. So write down those things that show up. Write down all of those answers. And if other things show up in other facets, then take a dive into those and ask yourself the question, what is it here to teach me? What is it here to reveal to me? I can guarantee you this. All disharmony showing up in any of these facets of your life is related to old beliefs, old perceptions, old stories that you're telling yourself about life that aren't in alignment with the truth of who and what you are. And so if your joy factor, your passion factor, your fulfillment factor is low, I guarantee you it's shining light on something within yourself that's no longer serving you, that needs to be released, it needs to be dissipated, but it also needs to be replaced with a new possibility, with a higher state of being, so to speak. So the other thing is, once we ask that question, the other question I want you to ask yourself is, are you basing your fulfillment and your joy in life based on something outside of yourself? It's like, oh, I'll be happy when I have X amount of dollars in the bank. Or I'll be joyful when I get into that loving relationship. Or, you know what, I'll be fulfilled in my life when I have prosperity flowing at a certain level or my business doing a certain thing. I got to tell you, that's not going to work, okay? Joy and fulfillment comes from within, all right? Not based on anything out there. If you want to change out there, you change in here. So can you create that state based on nothing outside of you, but purely because of your choice as a divine, powerful being of light? Great question to ask yourself. And finally, take a look at what facet of your life are you neglecting? Okay? So we go through life and many of us, work on the work string all the time. Case in point, that's been one of my biggest challenges over my experience throughout my past career and what it is that I do today. I have to constantly watch that, and be aware of that because you have to play all the strings. I remember in the course of my past career life, so to speak, being very work-centric. It was all about work. It was all about work. And I noticed that my level of discontent was arising. I was discontent in my life. And so that I knew that I needed to take time to tune my health string. I knew that I needed to take time for the relationship facet of my life. I knew that I needed to take time to enhance my spirituality and expand my awareness. So I started taking action in these different facets. And what I noticed is that my joy, my happiness, I started having more fun. Things started to feel much better and move with more momentum. And as I tuned all of these facets, I really unlocked this power and this ability to create extraordinary results in my life. So we can also utilize the discontent in our lives to kind of force us to take a look at what's not working in our lives and come up with an action step, set an intention, move in a different direction to begin to change that. So I really want you to leverage the discontent or the lack of fulfillment that you might be feeling in your life to shine light upon the areas, the facets within your own self that need attention, that need healing, that perhaps maybe need forgiveness, that perhaps maybe need some releasing and some dissipating. And then also that means embodying in new ways of being, new ways of expression, new ways of doing things that are more in alignment with the truth of who and what you are. Now I want to play a little musical piece here, and I want you just to take some deep breaths around that. So whether you're like feeling a lot of discontent in your life, whether you're at a certain level, is there a way you can expand it? Because I can tell you this, joy, fulfillment, happiness, fun in life, those are never-ending aspects. There's always more to expand into. So maybe set the intention for yourself. How can I embrace the joy of living more? How can I embrace that? What do I need to let go of in order to do that? And how can I make that my dominant frequency? So that being said, I invite you to just take some nice deep breaths. And just ask yourself, how can I embrace the joy of living? What gets in the way? Of me being happy and fulfilled? Deep breath. And ask yourself, who do I need to be to embrace the joy of living? Deep breath. Your natural state is one of joy. It's one of fulfillment. It's one of happiness. And even throw some fun in there. So if you're not experiencing those things, ask yourself why. Take a dive in. Take a look to see if you're basing your happiness and your fulfillment in life on certain conditions outside of you. And make the choice to create it within yourself as a divine, powerful expression of life and not based on anything external to you. And then, of course, finally, look to see where is it shining light upon old beliefs, old perceptions, old stories, old ways of being that aren't in alignment with the magnificent expression of life that you truly are. And let those things go. And then finally, embody new higher levels of being, more love, more compassion, more peace, more excitement, more joy. That's how we begin to become the conscious composer of our life expression. So I invite you, if you haven't, to go back to the previous episodes. Over the last 6 episodes, we've gone through all of the strings so that you can help restore harmony in those facets of your life. And by doing so, unlock a whole level of being, a whole way of expression that can truly transform your life. Your life is a byproduct of the energy that you hold within yourself. And if you're experiencing any kind of breakdown in any facet of your life, it's a calling card. It's an opportunity from the universe to let go of something that's no longer serving you so that you can restore harmony, tune the strings of your life, unlock your potential, and truly step into being the magnificent expression of life that you're meant to be. So I'd love to hear what showed up for you out of that little process. What's challenging your joy and happiness in life? And are you willing to set the intention to move through it, to leverage it, to lift your life to new heights? So thank you so much for taking the time to tune in today, sending you all kinds of harmonious vibes as you go out and master the game of life. Take care. Have a harmonious day.